really want to watch this video because you're going to get some knowledge out of it. I wonder what would happen if I pulled it. Now I'm forced to pull it. Just see if it'll work. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't yet, slide down, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, like right over here. I think it's either right over here or over here. I don't really know. Like, subscribe. This video is going to be titled "The Most Important Aspect of Bass Fishing." Okay, and I would say bass fishing tournaments, but I'm going to say bass fishing in general, boating in general. Okay, that pre-spawn time of the year, and what comes along with that is cold water. Okay, and the most important thing about cold water is, or any time of the year, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Right there. There. You got them. Some moldy daggum life jackets. Do not click off this video because you're like, oh, he's talking about safety. I wear my seatbelt in the car. This ain't no seatbelt. Okay? We don't have seat belts in boats. Alright? This is called a life jacket. Okay? And this old cliche saying of, wear your life jacket. Life jacket saves lives. I'm just telling you. I'm gonna throw it out there for you. Life jacket will save your life, but it's not for the reason what you're sitting there thinking, oh, it's a flotation device. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you what you need to be looking out for this time of year or anytime you're boating. Okay, ready? I'm not sponsored by Mustang. I don't have a life jacket sponsor. I don't really care. We got Onyx. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay. This time of year, it's time and time again, I hear so many fishermen, boaters. Now we're gonna leave the ski boating and all that out. We're gonna leave all that out. We're talking about just fishing tournaments, boating on the water this time of year. A boat, okay? A boat does not have brakes. Sometimes boats are kind of hard to drive, especially in sharp turns. Sometimes you're fishing lakes that don't have standing timber and there's just floating logs. There's a ton of unknowns out there. It's only what we can see, okay? It's one thing when you're going down the road, okay, and you can see while you're driving, you see it. The plain interstate, and that's what you see. But what you don't see is a deer that's gonna run out in front of you. And then boom, you hit a deer, you run off the road, you hit a tree. Oh my God, that's so dramatic, but it's real, like that's real life. When you're in a boat, you can't see that little deadhead that's waterlogged underneath the water that freaking deep, okay? I've had it happen to me. I was on Lake Jordan one day by myself. I had a life jacket on, thank God. And I had a kill switch, okay? And I have made it a point to do that. Because it's not only just because it's required in tournaments, okay? I'm doing that for me, for my safety, okay? Because I don't know the unknowns, and I do this for a living, a lot of guys do, and do not ever think that you're above anything just because you're on the water a ton and you get it and you understand it. I mean, I can drive a boat 87 miles an hour just like anybody else, but like without a life jacket, you're done. You're toast. On Lake Jordan one day, and I was running up the river, and it was just kind of a sharp little turn right there. I was actually coming, if you know Lake Jordan, I was coming around, my mind just went blank. What's that daggone point? Oh, what's that name? It ain't Paradise Point. It's gonna kill me in this video because I can't think of the point name. It's crap, I forgot it. Anyway, so I'm going around this little sharp, it wasn't really a sharp point, it was kind of a long running point. So I'm just kind of easing around. Now keep in mind, I'm running about 45. I'm not going that fast. Out of nowhere, I don't know what I hit. I think it was a deadhead log. I don't really know. I never seen anything in front of me. It'd been different if I seen a big tree with logs. I hit the log. It didn't knock my motor off or nothing, but it immediately cut my motor off, okay, while I was in a turn. It slammed my motor to my side, and my motor's cut off. I have zero way of turning, steering, sharp turn. I can't do nothing. So I'm going, motor cuts off, and I'm basically running 50 miles an hour without nothing. The boat hooks, and what I mean whenever that boat hooks is whenever that front of your boat kind of comes down at an angle and your whole boat turns immediately out of control. That front hooks the water column, and after that you're done. You're probably going to get spun and get thrown out. That's 90% of what happens whenever you have a boat accident. That boat hooks, and then you are thrown the other direction, okay? The boat hooked, I held on as hard as I could, and it actually threw me into the other seat. I had a kill switch on, the motor was already off, but I had a life jacket on. I was probably about 20 yards from running straight into a dock. I'm just telling you this, life jacket this time of year, very important in the cold water months. Keep in mind, you got a lot of clothes on. It's cold. I got bibs on. I got boots on, muck boots, whatever you wearing. Okay, let them fill up with water. Let your bibs fill up with water. And you got a big jacket on, and you're sitting there trying to swim. It's like adding like 50 pounds of water, and it's pulling you down. So have your life jacket on. Number 2, wear your kill switch. That's very important. There's been a lot of people really hurt very badly from them hitting things in the water. The same ordeal that I had. They get throwed out. They don't have a kill switch on. The boat is sitting there doing circles, just waiting to run you over. Okay, and I know that's kind of a mean thought, but that's reality. Like, that's it. Without that kill switch, the motor is not going to cut off. You're going to get thrown out the other direction, and the boat's just supposed to be sitting here like this, idling, just waiting to hit you. Okay, kill switch. That's very important too. Driving a boat is a separate conversation, I guess you'd say. If you're not an experienced boat driver, speed is the #1 cause of accidents. Okay, speed. That's just facts. All right. If you don't really know how to drive your boat, don't be running up the river wide open in the fog, cutting corners just so you can win your $420 tournament. Don't do that. There's no point in doing that. Now keep in mind, I did that before, and like, I'm guilty of it. We all are guilty. Ran in a little bit of fog, thinking we're cool, thinking we're good. I'm running off the graph, but what you can't see is the same stuff I'm talking about. Floating log. Dude, I almost ran into some deer one time. Literally, I was running up Old Hickory, and I'm running about 65 through some patchy fog. I looked in front of me, and I didn't know what it was. There was like 10 deer swimming, and I almost hit them. Hitting a deer running about 60 is not cool in a truck or in a boat. One last subject I want to talk about. When you are around a dam, okay? We're talking about me. I'm one of them. I love fishing around current. I love fishing around a dam. I love fishing right here on the Coosa River. We got every dam, every morning cuts on. They sound the horns all the way down this thing. Below it, you got turbulent water, but above it, you got turbulent water. So there's 2 little areas, right? Y'all heard the stories. If you haven't, look online. There was a very horrible accident has happened several times. This has happened. I've actually witnessed one of them. There are some students that went through one of the dams above the trash gates, okay? Keep in mind, when they're releasing water and there's gates, that water is going to suck you through it, and you're gonna go down, okay? So I don't care if you're above the dam or below it. You need to be careful around them dams, especially if you don't really know what's kind of going on. So always be looking. When you get around those dams and you're fishing, be looking at all your surroundings. Know that, you know, hey, I need my life jacket on. Throwables in your boat, you need to have those ready. You know, fire extinguisher, have all that ready. But like, my biggest concern with these guys nowadays is you have a lot of non-experienced people on the water. They love the sport of fishing, they just don't really understand the aspects of boating, okay? You can be a mediocre boat driver, and this is still gonna save your life. You ain't gotta be a daggum running 85 mile an hour up and down the river. You ain't gotta do that. Just trying to save your life, guys. Wear your life jacket, be adamant, be smart. Don't get around dams and think you're cool. Like, hey, let's go fish the dam. I heard somebody call them there. Yeah, you can catch them there, but there's 3 gates on, like right down the way over there, and they'll suck you through it and you're done. It happened on Lay Lake. That went kind of under the radar because the 2 guys lived. But like, literally, there was at Lay Lake, they were sitting there fishing the trash gates right there, and that first gate was like open. They got over there near it, and apparently they tried to crank up the motor. It hit the side of the dam, cut the motor off. Boom, they're going down. They're on Lake Mitchell now. Thank God they lived, and I don't know how to this day they did, but they did. Boat was flipped upside down, boom. A simple day of fishing can turn into a catastrophe, okay? Wear your life jacket, be smart, it's cold outside. Fundamentals of boating. Too many times, I'm gonna close this video out, too many times we see guys get their boating license, okay? So when you go get your driver's license, you actually gotta go do a test drive. Like you gotta go do driver's ed or whatever, and then you gotta drive the car around and make sure that you're not an absolute idiot, which there's a ton of people on the road that are idiots. Boating, you just get somebody to take that test for you. Really? You literally just get someone to take your test for you. That's what everybody wants to do. Can you take his test for me? Like, there's so many people out there that does not understand buoys and what they mean. There's been people that run over dams, like run over spillway dams, because they don't understand what these triangular little cross things mean. It says no boats on them. They just keep on trucking and they'll run right over the dam. AKA in Tuscaloosa going into Lock 8. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna preach on you no more. Y'all wear your life jackets out there. Be smart, like be very keen about what you're doing. I understand when you're fishing a tournament, tensions are high, we're pumped up. We done found the mega bag. We got 9-pounders on bed on Okeechobee. We got, they biting on one rock pile out here, you know what I mean? And you're excited. All them emotions are going. Right here, it's foggy. The tournament director's an idiot. He's letting people take off. I'm probably gonna chill. It ain't worth me wrecking or getting run over, okay? So wear your life jackets. I like the inflatable ones, I really do, but I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'm kind of sketched out about these tanks, which I haven't even checked these. Sometimes I'm sketched out about these tanks right here. This one has a CO2 in it. It's all good. If I pull it right now, I wonder what would happen if I pulled it. Think it'll expand?
I'm pretty sure it will.
Think it will?
I think it will.
Y'all want me to pull it? I don't know if it'll pull. I don't know if it'll do it. I'm curious. You got me wanting to pull it now. Now I'm forced to pull it. Just see if it'll work. They should work. They're basically brand new. So y'all wear your life jackets. I know this is kind of a boring video. We didn't catch no 9-pounders, but I promise you this right here is way important than a 9-pounder. But if you do have foreign ponds and you want me to go catch a 9-pounder film with you, just let me know, comment below. Appreciate it. See you.